Hello, dear friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. As we move into this yoga practice, I want to encourage you to gather some props. So if you have a yoga mat, great. If not, some other kind of surface to be on. A pillow and a blanket, even 2 pillows might be helpful. Today we'll also be using a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can reach for perhaps a scarf or a tie, so anything that is sort of long that you could use like a strap. We'll be also potentially using blocks. So if you don't have yoga blocks, you can use other household items. I'll be demonstrating with a couple of boxes of Kleenex. You can also try using a roll of toilet paper for each hand, or even hardcover books that you can turn and they'll be sturdy on a higher height. So reaching for those props and getting yourself ready. As you move through this practice as well, I encourage you always to listen to what your body needs. Know that this practice is meant for self-connection, for self-care. So we're not here to push ourselves in any way. If there's a movement or position that doesn't work for your body, rather than straining, you might take a step back, return to your breath, notice if there's something more comfortable you can explore, and then know that you can also let me know anytime if questions are coming up. Okay, so once you have those props ready, we'll be laying down on the mat to start. So you can go ahead and find a comfortable, relaxed position laying down on your mat. So as you're making your way to that comfortable relaxation, you might have the legs outstretched with a pillow under the knees. You might have the knees bent with the feet on the earth, finding your comfort. Allow the eyes to close down and allow the muscles of the face to soften, relaxing away any facial expression just for now. Feel the support of the earth beneath you, the earth holding up the heavy head, and sensing the entire back body connected to the earth and supported by the earth. Begin to notice your breath, allowing each inhalation and exhalation to flow smoothly in a relaxed way. So allow your breath to be natural, but start to draw your awareness to your breath, watching the inhalation and the exhalation. And as you're witnessing the movement of your breath, it may start to deepen and lengthen and slow down as you pay attention to it. Perhaps sensing that as you breathe in, the belly, the middle ribs, the upper chest all expand and fill. And as you breathe out, the air is released. Relax and let go. Continue to be present with this flowing breath, moving in and out through the nose. And allow your awareness to settle into your body, beginning to let go of the outside world, relaxing away from thinking and doing, and into feeling and sensing. That's right. Allowing awareness to expand through your entire body as you welcome yourself to be here as you are, welcoming the physical body and sensation, and welcoming the emotional body, emotional sensation, welcoming the nervous system and the quality of your energy. And welcoming your whole self with compassion, being the witness, knowing there's nothing you need to change or make happen. Welcoming and witnessing with kindness, with openness and spaciousness. Beginning also to welcome your wisdom as you perhaps ask yourself if you have an intention for this practice. Maybe a positive or uplifting word comes to mind and heart, like a seed that you're planting to then nourish and water through the practice. And just for the next few breaths, checking in with your wisdom, noticing, is there a word or a phrase or even an image or feeling that's arising that you can plant like a seed, a bij, seed planting into yourself to be nourished by the practice. Breathing into this intention, giving it life and support. And you can begin to slowly, gently reawaken, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Taking a gentle stretch, perhaps arms and legs, extend and expand. As you're slowly reawakening, you can start to bend the knees and draw them in towards your chest. So you're laying on the back and the knees hug in towards the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees or around the back of your thighs and beginning to gently rock from one side to the other, massaging your back. And then bringing one hand to each knee, begin to open the knees away from each other and back together again and back open, and continue round and round movements here, starting to welcome sensation and awareness down into your hips. You might change the direction as well, or linger in any areas that you'd like to pause and breathe into. And let's draw the knees wide apart and bring the soles of the feet together. And if it's available, reach to hold the feet, or you might be holding the lower legs instead. Letting your breath move down into the lower back and hips, nourishing prana, life force. Knowing that in our practice, where the mind goes, prana flows. So you can direct energy, life force, nourishment through the body with awareness. And let's release, drawing the knees back towards each other, and then bring your hands around just the right knee. You can extend the left leg out as far as it's comfortable along the earth. If it extends all the way, you may flex the left foot, and the right knee is hugging down to the chest. Let's rest here for a few breaths. Feeling the belly expanding on the inhalation towards the right thigh, relaxing on the exhale. Beautiful. So here you can reach for that strap that you have handy, or scarf or tie or whatever you might have, and you can go ahead and loop it around the ball of your right foot and stretch the right leg up to the sky. So here you may be holding the two ends of your strap with your hands. The right knee can still be bending as much as you need, the right foot flexing up to the sky here. You might be more comfortable with your left knee bent and foot on the floor, so you can decide what feels good for you. At first, breathing into that gentle stretch through the hamstring and the calf. And from there, we'll begin to explore intuitively. You may draw a little bit of a shape in the sky, like a moon or a rainbow arc flows from side to side, or a star shape. Beginning to explore intuitively here what feels nourishing. Still breathing into sensation and letting your thinking mind relax. And we'll gradually pause and center and hold there for another few breaths. Now, taking your strap into your right hand, let your left hand rest on your left hip, and begin to gently open your right leg towards the right side. So know that you don't have to move all the way to your end range of motion. You can be very tentative and explore the opening slowly, gently, knowing you don't have to push past any edges. So you may be in the inquiry of sort of coming into the stretch and back out, or bringing some micro movements in as you explore. Breathing down into the right hip or anywhere that you feel sensation. And taking a few more breaths here, exploring whatever feels nourishing on this right side with the leg opening gently towards the right. You can then draw the leg back up to center, use the strap, and then take the strap into your left hand. You can extend your right arm open to the side here with the palm up and begin to gently cross the right leg towards the left. So again, you can be very much in the exploration. You might come in and out of the stretch, rocking the leg a little bit. You might find that it feels nourishing to sort of roll to the outer edge of your left hip a little bit. Maybe your head rolls towards the right. Both shoulders settling into gravity. And breathing into the sensations that you find. And taking again a few more breaths here, really feeling and breathing and being. Letting thoughts soften. Beautiful, and then we'll gently invite the leg back up with support of the strap, and you can again take both ends of the strap and take a few breaths to explore. Again, you might draw some celestial shapes in the sky, or you might find yourself revisiting one of the stretches. Just exploring what feels nourishing here. Until we then release the strap and let the right leg float back down to the earth. You might readjust the hips to feel neutral and take the hands to rest on the belly or the hips. Sending breath down low and noticing if one side feels any different than the other, and just welcome that sensation. Let's draw the left knee into the chest, the hands around the knee or the back of the thigh. Right leg extends as far as is comfortable, maybe a little flex in the foot. Feeling your belly expanding towards the left thigh on the inhale, relaxing on the exhale. Good, and we'll be moving into that leg and hip exploration, reaching for the strap. You can hook around the ball of the left foot and press the left leg up to the sky, holding the ends of the strap in the hands and beginning here with just sensing that gentle stretch through the back of the leg. And you can keep a bend in the knee as much as you need here. And we'll begin to explore intuitively. Again, you might draw the shape of a moon in the sky or a rainbow arc side to side or a little bit of a spiral or a star. Noticing how you can sort of massage the inner hip and the low back as you explore. Until we gradually bring the leg back to center and take the strap into the left hand. Right hand can come onto the right hip, and we begin that exploration of the left leg slowly opening towards the left side. So again, know that you don't have to rush into the end range of motion. You can even sort of tentatively come in and out of the stretch or find any interesting places to pause and breathe along the way. Noticing where you feel sensation and sending your breath there. Bringing Prana, life energy, on the waves of your breath. And taking a few more breaths here. And let's gently draw the leg up to center and then take both ends of the strap into your right hand. Left arm can stretch open to the side. We begin to cross the left leg over towards the right. You might turn the head as well towards the left if that feels good. Remembering that you can bring in micro movements. Maybe the leg sort of floats in and out of the stretch. Breathing into sensation wherever that is. Letting the mind continue to relax. And just another few breaths here. And gently we'll bring the leg back up through center, taking a moment to reach for both ends of the strap with the hands and exploring again, maybe revisiting any of the stretches we've done here or finding micro movements or shapes to draw in the sky. And when you're ready, you can release the strap and let the left leg float back down, perhaps realigning spine and hips and bringing hands to the belly or hips as you rest and receive. And let's all take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Doing that again, a deep inhale, maybe an audible sigh. One more time, deep breath. Exhale. And gently we'll be transitioning to a seated position. So you might like to bend the knees and roll to one side and then press up. And take your time to come up, whatever route feels best for you. And as you rise, you might sit up on a cushion You might even fold your mat underneath you to have that comfort there. And as you're settling into this seated position, perhaps legs are crossed or extended, arms can rest wherever they're comfortable. Allow the spine to lengthen. You might roll the shoulders up to the ears and then back and down for a moment, letting the heart lift and open, and closing down through your eyes. As you're landing here, becoming aware of the feeling of breathing. Once again, the inhale and the exhale flowing smoothly in and out. Perhaps recalling the intention, the seed that you're planting. And let's begin to roll our shoulders, rolling the shoulders up and back and down and around and round. Breathing the shoulders up and down and around. Beautiful, letting the shoulders slide back and down, the crown of the head floating up to the sky. Some sun breaths. Let's inhale and sweep our arms out and up high. Draw the palms together and then exhale, the hands come down to heart center. Follow the flow of your breath, inhaling, the arms reaching up high, and exhaling, palms gliding to the heart. Follow your breath. And the next time the hands are at the heart, let's pause there and meet with palms together at heart center. And then inhale, bringing your hands up the center line, reversing the movement, so arms then float to the sides and down. And doing that a few more times, inhaling the hands coming up the center line together in prayer up to the sky. Exhaling, arms floating back down. Good. Follow your breath. And the next time the arms come down, you can pause with the fingertips touching the earth. Inhale, bringing just the left arm up and over to the right side, feeling the upper body hinging towards the right like a crescent moon, breathing into the stretch through the whole left side body. And let's float up and over to the other side. Left arm lowers, right arm reaches high, up and over. Finding that beautiful arc like a crescent moon. And breathe. And floating up to release the arms back down. With your right arm at your side, we'll cross the left hand over to the right leg. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, gently turning in a twist towards the right, turning from your waist to your heart, your shoulders, and your head. Breathing into this rotation. Softening through center, we'll cross the right hand to the left leg, left arm at your side as you again find length on the inhale and twist on the exhale to the left. Softening back to center and pausing here. You may close down the eyes. Awareness expanding as you notice feelings and sensations. welcoming whatever is present. So let's transition down or over onto our hands and knees. So we'll meet coming into the table position, bringing hands under shoulders, knees under hips. If you do need to support your knees, you can have a pillow underneath them, or you can also fold your mat even just underneath your knees. Bringing hands under shoulders, knees under hips. As we inhale, let the belly lower. Lift the tailbone, lift the front of the heart and the crown of your head. Exhale, round. Tuck the chin and tailbone under. Breathing in, the heart lifts, the tailbone lifts, the belly lowers. Breathing out, round, the spine up like a cat. Follow your breath here. Feeling the undulation of your spine. And as you pause and center, let's spread the fingers wide apart, tuck the toes, and press the hips high up and into the sky into downward facing dog. If downward dog isn't comfortable for your practice today, you can stay down on the knees and keep exploring cat and dog. If you're up in downward dog, pedal the feet, lifting and lowering your heels up and down, feeling the gentle stretch in the legs. Maybe your hips sway side to side. Pausing to hold the pose for a few breaths, you can bend the knees quite deeply and then lift your hips and tail to the sky. Feel the heart drawing towards the thighs. And breathe. And we'll lower the two knees back down to the earth, untuck the toes, and press your hips back to your heels, coming into child's pose. You might widen the knees, let your heart bow down. Maybe the head rests on the floor or on your arms. Taking a few nourishing breaths here as you inhale in through the back and exhale out through the front. Good. Let's gently rise back up onto our hands and knees, coming into table, aligning knees back under hips. From here, we'll flow into some cat and dog movements again, but we'll start to add in a sunbird flow. So with your next inhalation, lower the belly, lift the heart, the tail, the crown, and also extend the right leg back long behind you. As you exhale, hug the right knee into the chest, round your spine. Inhaling, right leg presses back long. Exhale, knee hugs to chest. So you can flow with your breath here, back and forth. You may also choose to add the left arm extending forward on the inhale and then left elbow hugging in on the exhale. So that option of the arm extending as the leg extends and the elbow draws in as the knee draws in. The next time you have the leg extended, pause there. Right leg pressing back behind you, both hands on the earth. Do draw your right hip down slightly like you're squaring your hips. Flex the right foot and hold. Feel your two hips squeeze in towards each other. And then begin to pulse the leg gently up and down a few times, pulsing the leg. Good. And then lower the right knee back underneath the right hip. And take a few gentle circles with your hips, your shoulders, your spine, all moving and flowing. And then back to a neutral table pose. As you inhale, let the heart gently lift, the tailbone lift, and stretch the left leg long back behind you. Exhale, left knee hugs into the chest, round the spine. Inhale, left leg extends, heart lifts. Exhale, knee hugs in round. And continue to flow with your breath here. Option to add the right arm extending as well, and then the elbow hugging in as the knee draws in. So you might be choosing to add in the movement of your right arm. And the next time the leg extends, pause there, flex the left foot, level the hips with your left hip, lowering slightly down, squeeze the glutes, draw the low belly in, both hands on the floor, and start to pulse the leg gently up and down. Beautiful. Let's lower the knee back under the hip, and a few gentle circles from hips to spine, shoulders, and head all undulating. Now lifting up to kneeling mountain, bringing your shoulders up over your hips. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, lift the heart to a slight back bend. Exhale, lower down, but twirl the wrists along the way. Some relief for your weight-bearing wrists. And then plant the hands under shoulders, spread the fingers wide, tuck the toes, and press the hips high up to the sky into downward facing dog. Rooting through the hands, fingertips, and palms, pressing the shoulders up towards the hips. Heart, heels may be descending towards the earth, but they don't have to reach the earth. More important to maintain that nice length in your spine. And breathe. Let's start to walk the feet and hands towards each other, making your way to the top of your mat. As you bow down over the legs, knees can be bending quite deeply, upper body softens down. Rooting through the 2 feet, we'll start to rise up. You can roll up the spine with the low belly engaged, or you can walk the hands up the legs to ensure a bit more support. Wonderful. So as you're standing at the top of the mat, take a moment to make sure that your blocks or whatever household item you have at the top of your mat so they're ready to reach for, okay? And then you can go ahead and just at the top of the mat, find your mountain pose. So you're grounding through the 2 feet, shoulders drawing back and down. There's a feeling of our tailbone drawing down as the pubic bone lifts. Gentle expansion across the heart. Crown of the head floating up. Breathing in, sweep the arms out and up, lift the heart to a slight back bend. As you exhale, dive forward and down like a setting sun. Inhale, coming just about halfway up. You might press your fingertips to the shins and lengthen the spine. Exhale, back down. Inhale and rise like the sun. Sweep the arms out and up to the sky. Lift the heart. And exhale the hands back to heart center. Saluting the sun again. Inhale, draw the sun around you. Lift the heart high. Exhale, bow forward and down, a setting sun. Inhale, lifting just halfway. Crown forward, tailbone back, low belly strong. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms out and up high to the sun. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Here, let the eyes close and take a moment to visualize the sun. Perhaps the sun is here in your body, in the center, just beneath the ribs. Welcome the warmth and the light. The sun's promise of renewal, rising each day and setting back to stillness. As we honor this natural cycle and the light within. Breathing in, sweep the arms out and up, draw the sun, lift the heart high, exhale, bow forward and down. Inhale, coming just about halfway, exhale, back down. From here, we'll be stepping the right foot back to the back of the mat. Now you may be reaching for your blocks, so I'm going to demonstrate using 2 Kleenex boxes. I have my hands or fingertips on the blocks, left knee bending over left ankle, and heart lifting forward. So the blocks just give us a bit more height when we come and when we're in this pose and we try to reach the floor. Sometimes it sort of compromises the integrity of the core. So if we can have that little bit of extra height, I can lengthen my spine. I can lift through the heart, feel stronger and more aligned. Beautiful. So let's move the props out of the way for a moment, ground the hands, and step back into plank pose. So left foot floats right back, or you can come through table. We align shoulders over wrists, hips in line with shoulders and heels, squeezing into the core. Now lower just the knees, untuck the toes, and with as straight of a spine as possible, bow the heart down between the hands. Hands are under shoulders. Ground the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the heart, the shoulders, the head, baby cobra. So we're not coming all the way to king or queen cobra. We're staying low to build strength. Glutes are strong. Shoulders are drawing back. Breathe. With your next exhale, lower down. And then inhale like a half push-up or a full push-up to lift up. And then back into downward dog. So tuck the toes, readjust the feet if you need, and lift the hips up to the sky. Bring to your awareness, again, the image of the sun. This next transition you can do from downward dog with the right leg lifting up and then stepping through, or you can lower down to table, bringing both knees down, lifting the right leg up and back, and then stepping through. So from either option, go ahead and step the right foot forward. Left foot is back, back knee is lifted if that's available. Making sure you have the knee right over the ankle. You can also reach for those props, bring them under the hands so you can find that extra height, feeling the nice length in the spine and lift in your heart. And breathe. Beautiful. And we'll move the props as we step the back foot forward, forward fold. With a bend in the knees, inhale and sweep the arms out and up to the sky, to the sun. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Pausing here and returning to the breath, you might close the eyes. Welcoming the light within, the light of awareness, of renewal. Let's breathe in again. Sweep the arms out and up, lift the heart high. Exhale, diving forward and down. Inhale to come again halfway up. Draw the low belly in. Exhale down. Taking your props under the hands as an option, step your left foot back into a lunge. So again, right knee is over right ankle, left heel is pressing back. From here, we'll be coming into a twisted variation. So you might keep a prop under the left hand and then sweep the right arm out to the side and up, letting the heart open towards the right. Breathing here. If this feels uncomfortable, you can also lower the back knee down to the earth and come into the variation of the twisted lunge there as well. Now we'll lower the right hand down, hands find the floor. As we step the right foot back, finding plank pose again, shoulders over wrists, hugging into the core. Option of the knees down or come down all as one, heart bows. Inhale into your baby cobra, squeeze the glutes, lift the heart, the shoulders, the head. Option of queen cobra if you'd like to lengthen the arms. Just make sure the glutes are still strong, so you're squeezing the muscles of your buns, making sure toes are pointing back as well. We'll exhale forward and down. Inhale like a mini push-up to lift up and back to downward dog. Tucking toes, pressing hips to sky, maybe readjusting the feet, finding the rootedness of your hands, softening the head and the mind. And again, for this transition, you can have the knees on the earth, or you can stay in downward dog. From downward dog or from table, inhale, the left leg lifts up and back. And then you'll step the left foot through as many steps as you need to come into your lunge with the knee right over the ankle. Right knee is lifted if that's available. Perhaps the props are under the hands as the heart lifts. Breathe. And then for our twist here, you might keep a prop under the right hand and then sweep the left arm open and up, heart opening towards the left side. Again, the option of lowering the right knee to the earth, untucking the toes and twisting from there if that's more comfortable today. So always honoring your body. And breathe. And let's soften the left hand down, taking a big step forward, right foot meets the left. Inhale to rise, sweep the arms out and up to the sun. And exhale, your hands glide back to heart center. Perhaps closing the eyes again. Pausing here to receive, to feel, to breathe. Letting the arms soften down, you may flutter the eyes open. We'll practice tree pose, a balancing pose. I encourage you to have your eyes open, your gaze at one point ahead of you. If you do prefer to have something to hold on to, you can be beside a wall or you can have a chair or something close by. So feel free to move if you need to. Now we'll begin with weight shifting to the right side leg, right side foot. So doing our best not to sort of flop into it and release the hips. What we want to do is keep the core engaged in a sense of centeredness, and then shifting our center of gravity over the right leg. The core is still strong. Left knee lifts up and out to the side. Option of heel to ankle toes on the floor. Option of foot to the inner leg. You want that to be above or below the knee, but not directly on the knee. We'll bring our hands to heart center, keeping the gaze focused on one point and sensing that feeling of pressing foot to leg and leg to foot. Tailbone's drawing down, core is strong, low belly is drawing in. Option to grow your branches if you'd like. You can stretch your arms up to the sky and be like a tree rooting to rise. And breathe. Maybe the corners of your mouth turn up. To release, let's release the left foot. Twirl the wrists along the way. Feel free to shake it out a little bit. Good. And then coming back to your mountain with both feet rooted, finding your drishti, which is your still point to focus on with soft gaze. Let's shift weight to the left leg again without losing integrity of the core. Right knee floats up and to the side, heel to ankle, toes to the floor, or foot to inner leg above or below the knee. Hands can join at the heart. Rooting down and rising up through the crown. Maybe your branches grow as well. You can reach up through the arms if you wish. Staying connected with the breath, relaxed in the mind. Know that it's okay to wobble and flow a little bit, just like you're a tree blowing in the breeze. Good, and let's release out. You can twirl the wrists, release the right foot down. Feel free to shake and wiggle a little bit. Beautiful. So from wherever you are, you can move back to the mat if you need. We'll root through our 2 feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Draw the palms just to face each other overhead, and then bend the knees and lower the hips into a chair pose, Utkatasana. From there, stretch the arms forward from the shoulders, sink the hips a little lower, fire the quads, feel like you're squeezing a block between your thighs and also moving the knees and the hips back in space. Good. Breathe. Option to lift the heels and come to the tips of the toes, still sending the tailbone back and down. Floating all the way up, staying on the toes if possible, heels lifting, arms to sky, extending the knees and hips so you're rising high. Balancing here, maybe a little side to side sway, still balancing on our toes. Beautiful. Let's lower the heels, lower the arms, lower the eyelids, pausing as you receive and welcome sensation. With an inhale, sweep the arms out and up, lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, diving forward and down, leading with your heart. As you release in this forward fold, you may bend the knees generously, Hands can hold elbows as you allow the upper body to release forward and down. If you are struggling with lower back discomfort, you can be halfway up, building strength with your hands or elbows on your thighs. If you're comfortable bowing down and holding elbows, you might rock a little side to side as well. Beautiful. Let's lower our hands towards the earth and take some steps back into downward dog, finding your way into downward facing dog, rooting through the hands, tilting your hips and tail to the sky. Shoulders are gliding towards hips and head is relaxing down. And gently lower your knees to the earth. Untuck the toes and press the hips back towards the heels, coming into child's pose. You may widen the knees, bow down, perhaps supporting the head as well if needed. Breathing in through the lower back and out through the heart center. And let's rest here for a few more breaths. Perhaps bringing to your awareness your intention, that seed that you've planted. Feeling and sensing how this seed is nourished and watered with prana, with life force, with your dedication to your practice. And let's gently float back up. Take your time. As you come up, we'll be meeting in a seated position, so you might reach for a prop to sit on as well. Beautiful. So as you find your seated position, we'll be extending the right leg open to the side with the left knee bent, left foot to the inner right thigh. And the legs are sort of making a V shape, so that right leg is open. And the foot is flexed. If you have a lot of tightness in the hamstring, you can also do this with your knee bent. You can even slide a prop underneath the knee. And the same thing goes for the other side. If a prop like a pillow might be handy under the thigh to support the hip, you can go ahead and make yourself comfortable. From there, we'll lengthen the spine tall, and with an inhale, lift just the right arm up, and then hinge the upper body over towards the right leg, feeling the heart spiraling gently up towards the sky, perhaps turning your gaze in that direction. Here, we'll sweep the left arm up and over as well, finding a beautiful side bend, and breathing here. And gently we'll float up and release the left arm down. Cross the right hand over to the left leg. With your inhale, lengthen. With your exhale, rotate towards the left side. Turning from your waist up to your heart, your shoulders, and your head. Twisting towards the left. And breathe. Softening back through center. Good. Let's bring the fingertips just in front of that left leg. Breathe in to lengthen. And with your exhale, you can start a gentle forward fold, walking the hands out forward, but really listen to your body. Know that you don't have to force yourself down. Coming to your expression where you can land and breathe with ease. Breathing into sensation. Gently will float back up, take your time, and when you come up, pause and receive, perhaps closing the eyes, a welcoming sensation. Good. We'll do the other sides. We'll switch the legs, so right knee bends, left leg opens, in that V shape, a little flex in your left foot, adjusting props under the knees or thighs if needed. Growing tall, we'll inhale, the left arm rises. Exhale, the upper body hinges towards the left side. Good, and you can stay there, gently rotating the heart upward, or you can sweep the right arm up and over as well, finding that crescent moon through the side body, breathing. And let's gently float up and release this right arm down to your side, cross the left hand to the right leg. With your inhale, lengthen. With your exhale, gently rotate towards the right, turning from the waist up to the crown. And softening back through center, bringing your fingertips in front of you as you inhale to lengthen. Exhale, a gentle forward fold, letting your hands walk forward just as far as feels nourishing, knowing there's no need to push or strain. Gently we'll walk the hands back up as we lengthen the spine, pausing to receive, perhaps closing down the eyes. Welcoming sensation. So let's come down onto our backs now. So you can go ahead and readjust to lay down on your back. We'll meet in preparation for bridge pose. So as you prepare for bridge, we'll be laying down with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. The arms at your sides with the palms down, making sure the feet are a nice hip distance apart. As you press down through the feet, inhale and lift your hips and belly up to the sky, rolling up the spine vertebra by vertebra. You might tuck the shoulders underneath you a bit to open across the heart. Hands can interlace if that's available. Quads are strong like you're squeezing a block. Glutes are engaged as well. Breathing into this nice openness and spaciousness through the whole front body. You're welcome to stay up for a few more breaths. Breathing into your strength, knowing that you can come down whenever you're ready by slowly rolling down the spine. And once the spine has settled, you may hug the knees into the chest and gently rock a little side to side, massaging your back. Beautiful. With one hand on each knee, let the knees open to the sides and spin back in and continue round and round circles, just like we started our practice with. Good. Maybe changing the direction. Until we pause with the knees out to the sides, bring the soles of the feet together, perhaps holding the feet or ankles here. Cobbler's pose, breathing down into the low back and belly. You're welcome to stay here, or if it's comfortable, you can let the feet open away from each other to more of a blissful baby, where the ankles stack over the knees. The hands can hold the feet, or you can hold any part of the legs as well. You might rock side to side, maybe stretching one or two legs out, being open to your wisdom guiding you here. From this blissful baby exploration, I invite you to take your time to explore any final movement, any final position, shape, or inquiry that's coming through for you in your body, knowing that you can trust in your wisdom. So you can take your time, maybe your eyes are closed and you're just starting to welcome different movements, postures, stretches that are feeling intuitive in your practice, in your body. Taking all the time you need to be in this exploration of your own wisdom. And as you feel ready, you can go ahead and find a Shavasana position for final relaxation. Laying down in a comfortable position, so if you're comfortable laying on the back, that works. If you're not, you can roll to your side or find another expression. Reaching for any pillows or blankets or eye coverings that may be supportive as well. And letting the eyes close down. And sensing the feeling of the earth beneath you, holding you and supporting you. Just as you are. Sensing the flow of the breath, rising and falling. The inhale and the exhale. Naturally moving waves, guiding you to soften and let go even more. That's right. Continuing to relax any areas of holding, of tightness are gently unwinding and softening. Your entire being resting naturally and effortlessly. The mind is clear and calm, like a blue lake without any ripples. The body is relaxed and at ease, integrating the nourishment of this practice. The heart radiant, alive, compassionate, resting into this heart space as your entire being fills with a warm and radiant kindness, unconditional love. And as you're resting here in the home of yourself, in the temple of your spirit, your essence, become aware of the breath again, this radiant life energy, prana, life force, vibrant within you. Feel awareness expanding from crown to toes as you welcome yourself back again, breathing into whatever is here. As we make a very slow and gentle transition in the practice, you can Take your time to wiggle your fingers and your toes, or allow a little stretch to come through, knowing that you are, of course, welcome to rest a little longer. If you prefer, you can stay in Shavasana. If you are transitioning, we'll come together to close, so you can take your time, perhaps rolling to one side and resting there. And coming up as you're ready to a comfortable seat where you can sit tall and bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart for a few breaths. Sensing your arms, your hands as extensions of the heart. Offering yourself peace and love. And then we'll offer this same intention outward with the sound of Om. So let's bring our hands together, Anjali Mudra, palm to palm. We'll do Om 3 times, followed by 3 Shantis for peace. Taking a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace for all. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in and receiving this practice, and it's my honor to guide you. So please do be in touch. Send me a message or comment on the video with any questions, inquiries. Wishing you all well. Namaste. Thank you.